Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed last week's episode where I interviewed my SoundCloud rapping friend that got 68,000 views on his first song, or plays on his first song on SoundCloud. This week's video is going to be on what I learned from being a millennial. First, make sure you're subscribed and you click that little bell icon so you get notifications when I post videos every Tuesday. Okay? Cool? Okay. So the first thing I learned about being a millennial is that education doesn't have to come from a classroom. I've never really been into school, and even as like a recent college grad, I'm not gonna say that formal education is the most important thing in the world. Just got my diploma in. Don't really care about it. Don't get me wrong, school has its place, but for most of us, the world is where we learn. I've learned most of the things that I know in life through mentors. And a mentor is kind of just anyone that you think you could learn from. It could be someone that's good at art, math, or even someone that brings a smile to your face, but whatever it is, you learn from them through diffusion. They don't even need to actually be in your life, or alive for that matter. Most of my mentors are people that I've never even met, like Tai Lopez or Gary Vee, and I listen to their podcast, I watch their YouTube videos, and I learn from them. A man named Dale Carnegie wrote a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. I read this years back, and still, to this day, it resonates in my head with everything that I learned. Just a disclaimer, I'm not being paid by any of these people, but I do have a lot of their information in the links below in my description. Feel free to go check those out. Number 2, retirement isn't just made for people that are 65 and older. So I see people all the time that are working these jobs and they're working towards retirement. And you're like, well, why are you struggling now? And they're like, oh, well, when I'm 65, I'm gonna be living the life. And at the end of the day, there's no reason why you can't do both. Not enough people really go out and do things in the moment. Personally, I like to travel. I think you guys know that already, but everywhere I travel, I try to learn from. I try to learn a new piece that I couldn't learn from somewhere else. In the last 2 years, I've been on trips to Spain, Mexico, Canada, Dominican Republic, and probably about a dozen states. While doing these trips, I usually had 2 jobs, working well over full-time hours and going to school full-time. I'm not saying this to brag in any way, more so to show you that I'm just a normal 22-year-old. If I can do that with my time, there's no reason you can't do that with your time. Number 3, you create your own reality. I've seen so many people that just aren't happy with where they are. They have jobs just to pay for the place that they live at, and they don't even like it, but why? If you ask them, they'll have an answer, and chances are it has nothing to do with them. It's not their fault. You'll hear that the old business partners screwed them over, or X, Y, Z, whatever excuse they have that day. But at the bottom, at the finish line, you create your own reality. This means that you should be smart enough to know better to let the economy affect you. Plan ahead. I've been working full-time hours since I was 15. I never had a problem finding a job or a second job or making the income that I needed to do the things that I wanted and things that made me happy in life. Remember that no one can take your happiness. At the end of the day, you control that. No one can make you upset. No one can make you angry. You make yourself angry. You make yourself upset thinking about those. Everything bad, it's something you can control. You can't control what goes on around you, but you can create the reality within your head. Does that make sense? Maybe. Take this how you want, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, make sure you guys subscribe. Also comment what do you think. I want to hear what your opinions are.